Oh,
He fell
being
down.
lifted.
I don't know how you fall off the lift like midway through. Like I'm trying to like hit play, and you fall off the lift. I'm like, how are we supposed to keep playing if you keep going down the lift? I just told the people to be careful when they play to not fall down lifts, and then here you go.
Well, like we said in the last recording, your style of playing is very like you actually play the game and get down to the story. My version is to aimlessly wander, destroy things, and cause destruction
True.
and mayhem and chaos wherever
Well,
I can.
that's true. That's true. That's what keeps it interesting. Oh, great.
We got the dynamic. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, exactly. So you might as well get that story prep, Christian, because I don't. Hopefully, this part doesn't give you as much trouble as it did last. And there we go. So you were hinting in the last episode about your experience with your speech therapist, right?
Yep. Okay, so, um, yeah. So when I was a kid, I couldn't pronounce my L's very well. There were probably a few other letters because the roof of my mouth is actually higher than what a lot of people's is. Because I guess it has to do with either my spina bifida or my hydrocephalus, which is a brain thing, illness. But yeah, the roof of my mouth is higher, so it's harder to get my tongue up to the roof of my mouth to make certain letters and whatnot. So, to correct it, I had a speech therapist that would, well, one of her methods was sticking her fingers in my mouth and pretty much gag me to try and get my tongue to articulate the correct way.
That's a bit extreme, if you ask me. Just as someone who I can't roll my R's very well,
Me either.
so but I don't think that I would really appreciate anybody shoving their finger in my throat, essentially, to do
It
that.
was very unpleasant.
I would guess not. I wouldn't find it very pleasant.
I gagged a lot and nearly puked on her quite a few times.
Well, I mean, I don't blame you. See, speaking of like gagging and throwing up, so like I don't know about you, I have a really bad gag reflex from like
Me
when
too.
I go to the dentist. So I found out I'm now 26, and it took me this long to give me a dentist that actually would. Oh, and I fell. That would tell me that this was actually a thing. But they gave me salt packets at the dentist, and you put a little bit of you put a little bit on your tongue, and you don't gag.
Oh,
Yeah, have you ever heard about that
packets.
before?
I had no idea. Salt packets.
Yeah, like when I go get when I get X-rays done, and because I don't know what it is about the machine, that's mainly what they get me is the X-ray machine. I don't know. Post in the comments if you have a hard time with at the dentist with the dental X-ray machine, where they put that sensor in. They put that sensor like way in the back of your mouth towards
Yep.
to get like your molar X-rays. It took me a long time. I guess it's since I've been listed in the I was in the military, and I somehow fell off. Okay.
That was me.
Gee, thanks. The it took me a long time to figure it out, but it took actually a military dentist to tell me about the salt trick. And now I do it at every dentist, and they just so happen to conveniently have salt packets. Thank you.
I was trying to press circle to get the thing going.
Well, and God.
And come back.
Well, now, all right. We're both in the elevator. We're good now.
Nobody touch anything.
Yeah, now we're good. But yeah, so it took that long. Like I've been going to the dentist for a long time, and they just now tell me about this salt trick. Like it's changed my life. Absolutely changed my life. I'm not gonna go engage Maul yet. Hang on. Did you just fall, or did you get pushed?
I got pushed.
Oh, I must have. I don't know how like the force push hits you from that far away. Like I'm legitimately not even trying to hit you with it.
It's very potent.
Yeah, I see that.
Where is he?
Well, he was right there. He jumped down. He jumped down. I'm trying to find all those like little scrub bots.
Bring it, scrub.
Yeah. I think there might be one more somewhere else.
Oh, wait, I gotta get down. I'm coming. I'm coming. Wait, oh, jeez.
How did you get all the way over there?
I went down, and...
Maybe it'll pull you? I'm not sure. Do you want me to see if it'll pull you?
We can...
let me
I don't know
see
what to do.
Let me see if it'll pull you. And... You keep falling in there, we're gonna lose studs.
Oh, yeah. Oh. And this side is...
No. You need to jump across there. You go back up.
Okay, that's not the elevator.
All right. Well,
Where's
while you figure, you have to go across. So you see right to your left. Right there. See the?
Oh.
I'm trying to screen. I'm screen peeking and trying to do this at the same time.
Okay, I found it. Going up. Going up. It's in your hands, Qui-Gon. I believe in you. Okay. So... Come on.
There you go.
Okay, we're good. Is this... What? Is this a thing?
We have to have a different character for that.
Oh. Let me in. We have a movie to reenact. Let me in. Let me in. Did you say spread your lightsaber?
I don't. I had subtitles. I don't think that's what he said.
I didn't read them, and I thought I heard spread.
That is really trippy.
I am the hero of this movie.
I think I'm just gonna back up and let you do your thing. Because like every time I try and get a swing in, you kill me.
I am chaos incarnate.
No, he stabbed me.
Why are you rubbing my face? Yes, master.
So like on a serious note though, that's hilarious. On a serious note though, like after watching the new Kenobi series, which I won't really like spoil too much, but it really showcases like just how much that death there. I know this is still a kids game, but how much Qui-Gon's death affected Obi-Wan, because like they kind of like they don't really talk about it at all during the movies, but like with his series, it really kind of showcases just how much it affected him mentally having that happen. So it was really cool for me, kind of more of a, I guess, a newer Star Wars fan getting into it, to understand that a little bit more. Because like you watch the movie, it's like, oh dang, his master dies, and then it's like, well, how does it affect someone, especially with the kind of connection they have? It's just kind of like, okay, it kind of just glazes over it, but like it really does affect him a lot. So, which rightfully so. So, and here are the Gungans.
In the novelization of the Revenge of the Sith, it apparently affected Anakin too.
Well, I would guess so, because I mean he did know Qui-Gon, and Qui-Gon had kind of like taken him under his wing essentially, right before um, his untimely death. I mean, it was Qui-Gon that had kind of like sensed his ability. We're just short of it again. We'll get it this
Ah.
go round. I have faith that we'll
Uh,
get it this go round.
I already told you this, but since we were on the part where this is used, there's a soundtrack called Duel of the Fates that's used. I think it's first used when they fight Darth Maul. And it's apparently called Duel of the Fates because it's talking about Obi-Wan and no, it's talking about Darth Maul and Qui-Gon deciding the fate of Anakin, or well, all three of them actually, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul. Basically, if I'm butchering this, but if Qui-Gon wins, then Anakin wouldn't have turned to the dark side because Qui-Gon would have been just a much better master for him. And yeah, but if Darth Maul wins, then Obi-Wan becomes his master, and he's destined to become Darth Vader, or fated to, I guess, to call back to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why it's called Duel of the Fates.
Well, thank you for that tidbit, because like I had never heard that before, so it was kind of interesting to hear that part of it. But they have, I will say this, it's kind of like it took me a while to, and I'll talk about it again in when we get to the Attack of the Clones, but they have, it took me a long time to understand like Anakin's more of like his raw emotion with a lot of, and it's gonna sound really dumb, but like all of the stuff that makes him kind of turn are all very legitimate things, and literally things that people would like a lot of people would struggle with all in themselves. I mean, like, because death, not really understanding why why certain things are the way they are, kind of thing, and it's like you don't really like. It took me a long time to realize that it wasn't just Anakin just being kind of like an annoying, like whiny person. And it's gonna sound really mean, but that's kind of how I, for a long time, was like, he's just get over it type of thing. And it's like, well, it kind of showcased a little bit like in the Clone Wars series, like they were talking about like, oh well, he's still a lot of the time or for a long time, even after, struggles with his past being a slave. And it's like I didn't really think about it like in the sense of that he still kind of struggles with that. And that sounds really dumb, but I had thought like with his Jedi training, he had kind of like been able to focus more on being a Jedi type of thing. But I guess I have a different perspective because again, I'm older now, and I can see, I can see things from a different light now, and it was just kind of a big eye-opening thing. But the other cool thing is too is like I noticed things like this where the Gungan shield really, really resembles the Wakandan shield from the Avengers movies, and a bunch of other shields very similar to it. And I think that's really neat, even well before the Marvel movies had even been, the movie iterations of them had even been thought of. The shields have been, the shields were kind of already here, but I think they just kind of took inspiration from it. I'm not gonna say that like, oh, they stole this. I think they just took inspiration from it because it is a really neat shield design. So
I don't know if I've ever seen the shield you're talking about.
The Wakandan shields.
Oh yeah, because I've never seen Black Panther, so.
Well, no, that was in Infinity War too. Like the scene in Infinity War where they're fighting in Wakanda against Thanos' troops, and they have like the little like veil shields with their like little, I don't know, they have a shield wall, and then they have a shield like this that they have around Wakanda.
Oh,
So.
I've never seen Infinity War either.
What?
I'm a bit behind on my Marvel movies.
Oh man, that was like, I don't even know what to say to that. I thought you'd already seen all that.
Well, I've seen the first Avengers.
Yeah. Are you gonna aim?
Yeah, I think. What in the world? Ah, I think the first Avengers movie might be the first. I mean, the only Avengers movie that I've seen all the way through.
What? That's nuts. We're gonna have to
Maybe.
we're gonna have to change that.
Movie night.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna have to get you to watch that because you're missing out on some really good movies. Whether it be, I mean, I'm not gonna say like you. I mean, obviously there's a lot more to just watching the movie because there's the chronological order, and then there's like I know there's like and I don't even know like the true order that you're supposed to watch it all in because there's different. I don't even know. I know I'm gonna butcher it as well, but I know that there's a lot of movies to watch just to get through the like just to get to where everyone is now as far as the where the movies are. I mean, it's I think they have the Blu-ray set, the Infinity Saga, and it was like I don't even know the movie case is like super big. It's massive. So because there's so many movies, but I mean it's just I don't know, it'd be a lot to watch. We'd be watching that for like a whole week, maybe more.
If I had to guess, I guess Captain America would be the first one since he's
and I would think so too, because he's technically the first Avenger, technically.
Yeah, all the way
but
back from like World War II.
Yeah, but I think it even would predate. I don't even know if it would. I don't know what the true order is. That's the thing, because
yeah,
you can't go by like Marvel movie chronology. I don't even know that chronologically because like you had like the old ones. You had like Hulk 2003, and then you had like the Fantastic Four. Like, do those count? Do they not? I don't know, because you don't want to like exclude movies, the old Marvel movies. Because they were cool in their own respect. Kinda. I mean, a lot of them were kind of like, I don't know. I can't tell you the last time I watched Hulk 2003, and I can't tell you the last time I watched Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Hulk 2003 was pretty campy, and like it leaned very heavily on the comic book style, like making the ends of scenes to look like comic book pages and whatnot.
Okay.
Uh,
Alright, we're gonna try our best here, by the way, to get a true Jedi off this. So don't, like, when it says we have to kill all 10 tanks, do not blow up the 10th tank. Just sit here and just blow up all the soldiers.
oh, yeah, because we have to get... Okay.
Yeah. Because we can farm it.
What are these things called?
The Bombas?
No, the things we have to get to unlock the thing.
The studs?
The studs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Lego game currency.
Also, someone who's very attractive.
True. Very true. Almost there.
For all of you youngins out there, you might not know what stud means.
You're dating yourself, Christian. You're dating yourself.
Well, nobody else will.
That's not what I meant. That is not what I meant.
Let's see, my jokes, my dating life.
We're gonna have to just put like, you know, overlay of the music. We're gonna have to put like a sad violin and rain. You know, all that other stuff, because you know we're in the middle of a war right now.
War is tragic. My love life is tragic. It's just tragedy all around.
It's much like the tragedy of Dark Plagueis the Wise.
Yep. I'm Darth Plagueis Plaque.
It's a story the Jedi would not tell you.
The story of Darth Christian. Darth Wheels.
Darth Wheels? So you're a Sith?
Darth Wheels.
Oh, damn.
That's how I became a Sith. My lack of a love life, my crippling physical and mental health, and my crippling
This is
crippledness.
this is this. I shouldn't laugh at that, but your crippling crippledness. What the fuck?
Like crippling scientific.
Oh my god. Your crippling crippledness, Christian. Jesus Christ.
Cope with comedy.
No, that was just, oh my god. Christian, do me a favor and tell the people what they have to do.
Like, comment, subscribe. Give this channel some love.
Yeah, please give the video a thumbs up so Christian feels better. Christian's really down on himself right now. One like equals one hug.
Give me some hugs.
Give this man some hugs. Alright. See you guys.